Industrial Water Treatment Guide to the Water Treatment Market, Wastewater Treatment. When water is used in industry, it will become contaminated with a variety of different materials, and this water must be treated. This water is known as wastewater, and is treated typically in what's called a wastewater treatment plant. Water that leaves a facility will come into what's called an equalization tank. And an equalization tank is designed to equalize the flow, not only from the amount of contaminants, but also the volume by which the plant discharges water. From there, the water will then pass into what's called a primary treatment area. That can consist of an air flotation system, where the solids are floated to the top of a unit and then removed, or in a clarification system where solids are brought to the bottom where they're disposed of. In this case, we're showing a lamella or a parallel plate separator, in this case a circular clarifier. Both of these are designed to remove solids from the bottom. The water then could pass into what's called a secondary treatment, and that consists of a biological treatment plant. In this case, we're showing an aeration pond where air is introduced to the water, where bugs, as we call them, will start to break the organics down in the wastewater. These bugs will then be allowed, this water will then be allowed to settle out. The bugs will settle to the bottom and then brought to sludge dewatering. The water will then pass through potentially a filtering system where finer particles are removed, or through carbon filters where organics are removed. Then to a public water treatment plant, also known as a POTW, a public waterway like a river or a lake, or we're starting to see more of this, reused back into the process. If we follow the oil that could be removed in this process, oil is brought into what are called cookers, where it is heated up, where the water and oil separate then, and the oil is either reclaimed or reused, and the water is then disposed of back up in the beginning of the plant. On the other hand, we can also produce sludge. Sludge is taken either from the clarification system or in the final clarifier in a secondary treatment into what's called a sludge thickener, where the first steps are there to remove water from the sludge. After the thickener, it is then taken into some sort of a dewatering equipment where more water is removed. And this can consist of something like a centrifuge, a platen frame, or a belt press. And again, here the water is brought back into the system for reprocessing. The solids are trucked off to disposal. This chart here shows how the water progresses through a wastewater treatment plant from dirty water to clean water, oil from dirty oil to clean oil, and sludge from wet sludge to dry sludge. Brenntag has a variety of different products that we can sell into waste treatment plants. And this chart here will indicate all the products that Brenntag has in our product line that are used within waste treatment applications. Just to review, water from the waste treatment, from the process, enters into equalization where the flows are equalized, then into primary treatment, either flotation or clarification, where the solids are removed, into secondary treatment, where biological action removes some of the material, the dissolved material from the water, then potentially through some sort of filtration prior to discharge, either into a public wastewater treatment plant, a river, or reuse into the facility. Oil is taken from the system into cookers, where it is cooked and water and oil then separate. The oil is then reused or re-refined. In the case of sludges, sludge will enter into what's called a thickener, where the first step of taking water out of the sludge occurs, and then further water is taken out through some sort of a dewatering device, and they are listed here. The solids then are sent to landfill. This is the Industrial Water Treatment Guide to the Water Market, Wastewater Treatment. Thank you.